You're mocking me?
No, I'm not mocking you. It's Mocking With You, the podcast that settles the debates once and for all with your host, Lil B, and the hater.
Hello and welcome to the Mocking With You podcast. This is yours truly, Little B at Brunelli Sports. We're back with Chris at whatever his new freaking ad is. I keep losing track of it.
I'm using the Martin with You podcast account at
So follow Chris because that's where he speaks, is our podcast account. We're super excited to bring you our top 10 tackles and interior offensive linemen for the 2024 NFL draft. That's only a few months away. We had a super duper crazy couple days for
few
free
months.
agent frenzy.
It's like next month.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's still all this month and
Is
next
it?
month. So we got a
Yeah.
couple months. Yeah. It's not until the end of next month, dude. It's the end of
Woo.
April.
We're getting close,
But
though. We're getting close.
yeah, we're getting right now. The NFL, the official signings can happen here in a couple hours over the last couple days. So let's see what happens if anything differs.
Crazy signing.
But we will talk about that another time and another date. Let's get into these tackles, and let's just be honest, Chris. It's a top-heavy class. The tackles are pretty good. The tackles are good, but a lot like the quarterback class, I do feel like these tackles might be getting a little bit more hype than they should. I'm not saying they're
I
not
mean,
talented and not good, but a lot of people keep trying to say all these guys should be first rounders. I don't see that many first round talent tackles in this class.
I don't see any either.
I mean, don't get
I
me wrong,
mean,
there's
I,
a
I
couple.
mean, like first round though. Did you say there's no first round tackles in this draft?
No, I said I don't see, like, people are trying to say there's like 6 or 7 offensive tackles that can go in the first
Oh,
round.
okay. Okay. I was like,
You
whoa,
know, no.
hold on here.
No. I'm just saying this class is a little overrated. There is good tackles, but like we'll get to it. We'll speak about it when we get there. But you started last week, right?
Yes,
Okay, so I'll
I
start with
did.
my number 10. Let me go over to my big board. All right, so my number 10 tackle, and I know you talked about him a little bit, is Notre Dame's right tackle, Blake Fisher. I really struggled. I had to watch like 7 tackles to find my number 10 tackle. I really struggled. There's a lot of guys I just didn't feel like I wanted in my top 10. And then I finally watched Blake Fisher after his combine and everything about his combine. And I watched his tape and I was like, this dude is a solidified right tackle. And I feel like could really help any team that needs a right tackle position.
Yeah, no, I like this one. Um, I was watching the Joe Alt tape and I kept noticing this one on the other side. So, honestly, this one at 10, don't 10, and then I think I like him there.
Yeah, I like him. Like I said, I think he does a lot of good things. He's a,
I had a hard time with these at the bottom here.
let me just say this, like we said about like the running backs and some other these like the wide receivers or some of them. If you wanted to mismangle any of these top 10 tight end like tackles and say, hey, Fisher is 7, and I would not argue you with you. If you didn't say Fisher was top 10 and you had somebody else, I understand.
I
If
think I
these
know what I am looking at my list. I don't even have this one, but yeah, no, it was. I think it's last minute though, so
No, I get it. So
y'all
who's your
don't
number
like
10?
it. So I admit I I ran time, but I did watch these guys. I did watch these guys. My tackle is Kingsley. I'm not even try to put
Oh,
some knowledge.
Yeah, Kingsley from BYU, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even have him in my top 10. I'm glad you do. I know a lot of people are high on Kingsley. A lot of people have
Samaya.
him. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
There's another. I did not leave him off because I didn't want to slaughter his name. I thought he was very, very, very sloppy. He is. He
There's a
relies.
lot of names you slotted on this list.
Oh, very much so. But Kingsley from BYU is 100%. He relies on his just brute force and strength. He has no
That's what
technique.
I like. That's
But
what
he
I
has
like.
no. He has no technique. He has no. I don't think he's talented. I just think he's big.
And he's big, and he's always in a right tackle or a guard maybe. But
I think he's
even
too big to be a guard.
it goes to the right offensive line coach, he's going to teach him some technique.
Yeah. He definitely needs some technique. I don't see him being able to start day one for any team. He is too
No, I
raw.
don't think so. No.
Yeah. Okay, so that was your number 10. So I'm going to move on to my number 9, and I'm going to take the gentleman. Another, and let's just say you talked like you like Kingsley because of his size. This draft class is nothing but size when it comes to tackles. But and speaking of that, I'm taking Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma, another big body right tackle who I liked a lot coming at Oklahoma. Really good tape, really good feet, good solid run blocker, good pass blocker. And he's another guy that just was dominant on the film. Like he was so many times running guys
I,
over, and I loved it.
yeah, no, I like Tyler Guyton, and I have him just a little bit higher than you because of that. I like this. I really like a mauler. I really like guys that are a rope later, you know what I'm saying? That just run people over.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Hold on, I
Are
gotta
you?
update our list.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was about to say. Did you? I was trying to see if you sent me the link so I could go in there and try to help update.
It's the same link we had, or it has. Um,
Oh, you just keep okay. Well, that's good to know. It's just hard to do everything on the phone, as you know, because
what was it?
you're at your number 9. I had Guyton,
At 10 we had, I had,
Kingsley.
okay, I hot and pinch that, okay, no way I'm gonna know that one.
So,
I'm able to come on the program so that you can tell me how to pronounce that name. Okay.
yeah, I'm
What
not gonna
was
be
your
able to see.
10
Yeah,
again? What was your 10
we.
again? Thanks for
Yeah, I had Blake Fisher.
Mike Fisher? Yeah, Mike Fisher.
Yeah, I don't see the.
Okay.
I don't have the.
Okay, I'll have to send it to you again in
Yeah,
a
I keep
second
going
here.
through all of our
And then you
sheets.
had Pilot Guidance. Okay,
Yeah, super. Yeah.
there we go.
All right. So who's your number 9, sir?
My number 9 is Jordan Morton.
Wow, really low on Jordan Morgan.
Jordan Morton, I'm low on him. I just
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know about him.
I really like Jordan Morgan. I have Jordan Morgan a lot higher than you. I enjoyed Morgan tape. Jordan Morgan is from Arizona. I think Jordan Morgan, for everybody who doesn't know, he played a little bit of everything. He's very versatile. He played almost every position at Arizona while he was there. He besides center, he pretty much dabbled at right tackle, left tackle, and he played some guard. I
Yeah,
like his versatility.
that, that did not like him.
I get it. I mean, some people, the
I'm
Packers
sending
like
you the link
versatile.
right now.
Packers like
Oh yeah,
versatile offensive linemen. So I kind of grow into like a versatile offensive linemen. But number 8 for me is going to be the big body who I really like and I wanted to have higher on this list, but I couldn't keep, he's one of those guys like I was moving down, moving up, playing around, is the offensive tackle from Houston, Patrick Paul. Now, talking
oh,
about a brute strength, technique mauler. This guy just will run through you and beat you up.
yeah. I didn't get to him yet.
Oh, you didn't get to. Oh, I think you would love Patrick Paul, dude.
I
Patrick
mean,
Paul.
I'm gonna have to update the link. And I,
Yeah,
I
Patrick.
really need to get to him.
Yeah, Patrick Paul reminded me a lot of a boy that you loved last year, and that was Matthew Bergeron. That is who Patrick Paul
Oh,
is this year. He
nasty, huh?
he's nasty. He's nasty. You need to watch Patrick
Let
Paul. I
Holland,
feel
let Holland, let Holland. That those who are on the
he
who
plays
was
until
that
the echo
guy?
of the whistle. He
Yeah,
plays to the echo of the whistle.
yeah,
Yeah, Patrick.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch his tape, man.
yeah,
I probably would have been higher on him if I would have watched his tape.
yeah. Like I said, I
But
watched
yeah,
over 30 offensive linemen last week.
yeah. Quickly watch like 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I I watched 30. I have a lot of hours of tape on me right now, so I'm. You just gotta trust me. Like I don't have all my notes. I have my Spark notes right now. I love Patrick Paul. Patrick Paul is one of those guys in like the second, third round. I would like if the Packers needed a. He played left tackle. You could move him to right, but it's not a neat position of need for the Packers. But if the Packers took him, I'll be like, okay, I'm not mad.
I know that you love hitting those tackles, bro.
Yeah. So
You love
you
those
have Tyler
offensive linemen.
Godson. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I see
hitting
you took Tyler.
you. I'm a little higher on him, not that much higher than you.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be the shocking one, Chris. I don't know how you feel about him. I have a lot of bad things to say about this gentleman. This is going to be the one that people are going to be like, "What? You're stupid. You're crazy." I'm going against the flow here. I'm the hater. I'm putting on my hater glasses right now. I am taking Talalise Fugaga from Oregon State.
Yeah, you know what though? You're not too far off, but my number five, I got him at 5. I like the
Okay.
tape,
Yeah,
and
I
it was
don't
very
get.
unimpressive.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. I was my brother. I'm in another chat and Twitter with all these draft guys, and they're telling me I'm crazy that he's the best tackle. I'm like, point me to a game, point me to a moment,
Yeah, no,
and they're
I tried to watch everything, like heard of him as the hype, and I kept seeing his name all throughout Twitter, and everyone's been hyping him up, and I, I don't see it.
I,
I mean, he's
I
a
don't
right tackle. Why am I going to put? I mean, I would rather put. There's someone that I had higher than him who was much more raw that I like better.
yeah, and the thing with that bothered me the most with Talalise is how he blocks. He forearm blocks. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't
he
grab.
does. No,
He forearm
you
blocks.
don't come out like that. He comes out
Yeah.
and he's kind of like this.
Yes,
You
and
know,
and
he's
it's
like,
the crazy, and he gets hand beats, and then because of how he blocks, he's thrown off emotion. He gets beat a lot. He struggles with like pass protection because of his blocking, and he gets beat by with any defensive tackle or lineman that has good hands. Like
yeah. That was his struggle around blocking. And I just feel like sometimes he kind of gets off slow. So
yes, yes.
if you get off slow in the NFL, you're going to get beat.
If you lose the first step constantly,
They're gonna put the most of the world over on that side against Florida, and he's going to get murdered.
yeah. So who's your number 7? I'm glad we agree. I
My
mean, you have
number
a little higher,
7.
but
My number 7 is Ram Barton. This is just a,
who?
I like Ram Barton from
Oh, you have Graham Barton. Okay, you have Graham Barton at tackle. Okay. A lot of
yeah, I
people
have
have
Barton
him
that
as
tackle.
a lot of people, and I don't mind that at all.
By the
He's
way,
on my other
here's the
list.
comp. And everyone's gonna be like, what Chris? You hated him. You didn't like him. Let's not play him.
Yeah, yeah, true. Yeah, you did. I
He
like
is
Graham
very, he
Barton.
looks very small. But
Yeah,
every time I get watching him against, okay, I watched his tape versus Jared Bowes.
yeah,
He
he
never
did
got beat.
fantastic.
He never
A
got
hundred
beat.
percent. He did it. You're right. I was very high on him too. I was sitting here. I'm like, a lot of people have him moving inside. I get it, but I'm also like, I was like, why
His
do people
leverage,
have
it's the
him?
leverage. He's got the leverage.
He could be a left tackle in the league, and I would
He can be
any
a
tackle in the league.
tackle. Yeah, okay, Lamb Martin, and then you had, what was
Lee's. Yeah. Grant
it?
Barton. Grant Barton's on my other list, but I have no problem with him being on the tackle list, Chris, at all. But yeah, so my number 6 is gonna be Troy Fonatu. Again, sorry for slaughtering your names. I'm horrible, but Troy Fonatu is the offensive tackle.
Hold on, what's the name? Sorry, I'm not
How
holding
do
it
you
in
say
you.
it? Yeah. Well, how do you say his name?
Troy Fanatu.
Fonatu. Troy Fonatu. Another like
Fanatu. I want to say the key's silent, but we'll
yeah,
have to get
whatever.
with,
I'm not gonna. We can sit
whatever.
here and go back and forth for 20 minutes on his name. Um,
I'm
I like
surprised
him
you're
a
low
lot.
on him.
Eh, he was one of those guys that I liked, but I wasn't overly impressed with. You know, I think he's a solid. Like if he went late first, I'd be like, okay, that's about right. But I would have him more in the second round. And I feel like he's a right tackle. I know, like
He did play like tackle, didn't he?
yeah, and I think it's the right tackle position. You know, it's not as important as the left. So it's also positional value. All my other guys I believe, could be starting left tackles in the league.
Yeah,
So
I, I, my thing is, he was a dominant like tackle.
he was. He
Wait,
played better than
no, hold on. He played left tackle. Play left tackle. It's just because what's his name was left-handed and easy.
yeah, that's what his he played for Washington, so he played for with Penix.
So he was more of a right tackle and the left at the left tackle
Yeah, that's
as of
when you watch tape, it's because of how he's thrown off that way.
yeah. Well, I'm a lot more higher on him than you are.
Yeah, apparently you have him way higher. All right, where do you have?
I got Jason Latham.
Oh, Chris, I don't like that. I don't like that, Chris. You're not putting enough respect on my boy here. I like J.C. Lantham a lot, Chris. I don't like
You,
this.
but you didn't play right. You didn't play left tackle, huh?
100%, 100%. This man can play left tackle in the NFL. 100%. I argue. I don't want to say too much because it would give away where I have him and what I think of him.
You're much higher on him than I am, apparently. And by the way, I didn't watch a lot of tape on him. I watched as much tape as I could find on Jason Latham to try and fall in love with. I like Alabama guys, like you know, they come up from the SEC for one,
Yeah,
like you're getting a solid player, but I just was not in love with him.
that I'm a little
He's not
shocked there,
six.
sir.
He's not at 10.
Yeah, but my number 5 is Artemis Mims. Sorry, Artemis Mims from Georgia. Another big body, another dominant force on the.
I call him when I called what's his name last year from Ohio State. Finn.
Oh yeah,
No,
they want. Oh,
a
yeah,
Finn.
Artemis Mims is the planet. He's a big boy
He's
that
the
takes that.
planet. Yeah, he's the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
and I like him. I watched a lot of tapes of his too.
Yeah, Artemis Mims is really good. All the my top 5 guys plug and play 100%. My top 5 guys, I have no doubt you can plug and play them
Whoop.
day one.
Uh,
Who's your number
see,
5?
you're lower on him, but I'm a little higher on the top Florida. Colleen
Oh, that's right. You said you had
Florida.
him at 5. Yeah. All right.
I think
So
he's a starting right tackle. Plug and play.
I don't know how with his technique. He's sloppy. He gets beat. Yeah, I don't get how. I don't get it.
If you can refine him, pretty good.
We'll see. My number 4, you have him. I'm way higher. I have Jordan Morgan. I really like Jordan Morgan, a versatile guy, like I said, from Arizona. I feel like he's just he can be left, right, or guard, and I would believe it. Like I like Jordan Morgan a lot.
I like. I mean, my problem was I fell in love with Canadian guys from the top. At
Yeah,
the top.
yeah. The top, it's a top heavy class. Very so much so on a top heavy. I don't like. I think a lot of these guys in the back half are more need a lot of refinement and a lot of work before I think they can start. But these top 5 guys, I believe, could be plug and play.
I'm taking ornaments men here at 4.
Okay. So also we were just flipped off them.
Yeah, I love him. I love him. And he's only had like something like less than 80 good games or something like that. Or like
Yeah.
uh, and a small amount of snaps, like less than 800 snaps.
Yeah. This
That,
Georgia
that
this
that's not
Georgia
that
team
much.
has a lot of this Georgia offensive line has a lot of talent.
He's raw. He's
Uh
raw and mini too.
yeah. So
Which is good or bad.
very much so. So my number 3, sir, is JC Latham. I
Wow.
am
Mm,
super close on having
mm,
him as offensive tackle too.
mm,
I think
mm.
he's rawer, which is the thing about him. But he is a dominant force on that left tackle. He destroyed Tennessee. He destroyed Georgia, and he is literally probably has the best technique out of all these offensive left tackles in this draft. He is literally he doesn't budge when somebody he grabs onto him. He stands there and you're not moving. Latham is the prototypical tackle. I love Latham. I think he is truly could be the best offensive tackle out of this class. I truly believe that. But
Yeah.
I
I
really well
do. I
I'm
do.
debating to have him at offensive tackle too.
Yeah, I'm disagreeing with your evaluation of choice for not to. I'm sorry, I'm
I see
butchering
that.
the name,
I
but
see that you have
I never saw him get beat. Like he, I know he
he's the
played with the left-handed quarterback, but
he's
he
the
was
reason
good.
the reason Penix was so good is because of his offensive line at Washington. His offensive line at Washington was college level amazing. Like Penix is
Yeah,
not going to
no,
have the time he did in NFL
yeah.
because
So when you're holding on and not holding, I'm not talking about holding. You did not get beat.
yeah, yeah. So shocker here. I don't know where you have him. You might not. Joe Alt is number 2 for me.
Oh wow, okay.
So yeah, so Joe Alt. I talked to my brother about this and I agree. Joe Alt is not uh, Joe Thomas. He's not. Get that out of your head right now. That Joe Alt is not a Joe Thomas. Joe Alt is a Jake Matthews. Solid offensive tackle. Going to be really good for a long time, but not Hall of Fame. He's not otherworldly. He's not the next great left tackle of the NFL. He's just a solid, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to dismiss Joe Alt, but Joe Alt has very little seal, like he is what he is. He's not going to grow more. He has a bad floor, but his ceiling, his floor is good, but he has no ceiling. You know, he's like Kenny Pickett. Y'all knew what Kenny Pickett was going to be. He had no ceiling, but a base floor. That's Joe Alt of the offensive tackle. He's going to be solid, but he's never going to be great.
Wow, I'm completely in awe right now.
I again, I'm not bashing Joe Alt. So but going back, yes, Joe Alt could be my tackle 3. As I said, I loved Latham. I really think, and Latham has more talent and more upside than Alt.
All right, well, I'm just not been trying to pronounce this guy's name, but I'm taking the Penn State left tackle.
It's OU a Fanash. I heard somebody say it. It's not as hard as you think it is either. That's the damn problem. I meant to practice it before coming on because he's obviously my tackle one. And he's my tackle one because I truly do think his 22 tape is better than his 23 tape. But his 23 tape was not
The
bad.
front
He had
foot tape is absolutely awful.
disagree.
And it hurt my evaluation.
Did you not watch him against Michigan? He dominated Michigan off defense. He did not lose on that game at all. He never lost to Michigan defenders. He dominated Michigan's O line or D line. Dominated them.
Yes, he did. But that doesn't
So
excuse the rest of the tape.
I don't think the rest of his tape was bad. I think he's so raw. All right. So again, going back to Joe Alt having no ceiling but a good floor. OU here has amazing ceiling and could be that left tackle that everybody wants, but his floor could be bad.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of
This is potential. This,
Italano a
yeah,
couple
he's
years ago, where we thought the floor was, where we thought the potential was amazing, and the floor was just a a
yeah.
bottomless pit. And honestly, it turned out like a bottomless pit if you haven't looked out like that. Yes,
Yeah. And it
yes.
could be that for him, 100%. This is me having him at one is 100% potential of what he could be. I get
So
why
you're
you want
having him
Alt.
at one.
I understand why people are having Alt where he's at because he is the for sure. Okay, we know we have a left tackle for the next 8 to 10 years. We got it. We know it. We're good. I get that. I get the appeal of it, but I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit to have an elite left tackle for the next 10 to 12 years with the two guys I like.
Yeah,
And again, all these my tackle 1, 2, and 3 is like my wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. I will not complain where they get taken, how they get taken. They're all great. They're all good. I have no problem. I am not hating on any of the 1, 2, 3 guys. I'm not.
I just don't. I mean, for a franchise like ours, like when we have a franchise quarterbacks now, like you got doing more like that Herbert, and I need that guy that is just consistent. Edwin down, he's consistent.
Yeah,
Now he might not be,
I get
he
it.
may not be Joe Thomas. And if I'm fair to compare him to Joe Thomas, Joe
I'm,
Thomas is a Hall of Famer.
no, I know that, but you know how so many people last year and this year, Joel Alt, the next great offensive tackle. Joel Alt's going to be the future left tackle of the league. I don't see that in Joel Alt. I don't.
I think he is going to be a future left tackle, but if it is great, I don't know. But if
Yes, he's
it
a
is
future
good,
left tackle. I'm not arguing that he's a left tackle. I'm arguing that everybody's trying to make him the future franchise left tackle that will be the household name
oh,
left
yeah,
tackle.
he'll be a franchise left tackle, but I don't know about the household name part.
Yeah, I'm trying to compare him to the household. I just think
He's
he's a
not
Jake
going to be
Matthews.
Orlando
Everybody
Pace.
forgets
He's
about
not going
Jake
to be,
Matthews. It's not that
yeah.
Jake Matthews has been bad, but if you're not a Falcons fan, you don't remember Jake Matthews.
Yeah, but Mr. Nick Matthews has been reliable, and I'll take reliable.
Yeah, I get that. I'm not arguing that. I'm not been that hasn't been what I've been arguing. I am just
No,
saying
I
for
did. You want potential of it. The game over the the Knicks. Yeah.
yeah. And I get if you want safe, go safe, go home, collect your $200 and go around. With Joe Alt. If you want to go make a million,
Yeah, but I mean, I'm playing the place if I'm thinking about Justin Herbert, and we're not taking so long. But you know what I'm saying?
yeah. No, you're taking Blake Corum in the first round. All right, let's go.
Stop it. Get that no out of here.
All right. Let's go ahead and move it to
Don't
the
put that
interior
no
offensive
on me.
line. And remember, everybody, there's going to be some names left off this list because we're putting the centers and the interior offensive linemen in this class.
Yes.
So
No.
go ahead, Chris. I went last to start. So who's your number 10 interior?
Right. I open my list again.
Yeah. So while Chris does that, I struggled. I really did. I had 7. I struggled to fill out top 10. Like I watched so many guys. I'm like, do I really want to have this guy as my 10? And I
I
was like,
put
thank God I
in,
got some centers because oof,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of
Now,
this
speaking of center,
interior.
good segue. Good segue to my number 10 pick. I couldn't say his name, so I'm not going to try. I'm going to say his last name, Limmer. And it's Arkansas center.
Oh, I see that one. I did not watch. He was the next guy I was going to watch, and I had to go to work, go do some stuff, so I didn't get to watch him. Oh wait,
I
Limmer?
think it
You
was
said
like, yeah.
Limmer? Oh, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Sorry. I thought I was thinking of somebody else. Oh God, Chris. Oh, Chris. What do you have eyes, Chris? Do you have eyes? Limmer, Limmer's undraftable. I don't get how people have
Undraftable.
Limmer. He's undraftable. Like I I had very strong opinions about Limmer. Hold on, let me go find my notes about Limmer because Limmer, poor stance and technique, loses the first step every play, gets driven back too often. He over pursues his defenders and loses his balance, and his aggression gets him beat more than I would like for my center. That is what he's a strong run blocker. That's it. That's what I had
That's
nice
what I
things to
like.
say about Limmer.
I don't like the bottom. I don't like the bottom half of this list. I don't
Yeah,
like the bottom half
Limmer.
of this list.
Limmer, I don't get Limmer. You know how we talk about the first step? If you get lose that first step in the NFL, first step every time. I don't like it. But that's your list. All right. So my number 10 is Cedric Van Pran, the
Wow, I'm
center.
a little bit higher on him.
Well, this is my 10. I like him. I like him a lot. I have no problem. Like if you have him higher, cool. But this is where interior offensive lineman and everything, and also positional value and need. I really liked him.
Is
He's my
that
number 2 center
Cedric
actually.
or Cedric?
He's actually my number 2 center.
How do you
I
spell
really
Cedric?
enjoy. What's
Is it
that?
S?
It's
Cedric
S. Yes,
Van.
it's yeah.
Okay. Oh,
SEDI or
okay. There we go.
SDERICK.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed his tape. Talking about the Georgia offensive line, another just amazing guy, and he was dominant throughout. I mean, he was just one where he could do everything you want a senator to do. He was a manhunter. He went out there. He looked for the tackles. He looked for the blocks. He never was just standing there not trying to block. He was on the field, on the prowl, amazing on rollouts. I really enjoyed Cedric Van Paren.
No, I like him. I like him a lot more than that. But my number 9 is Nathan McCormick.
Who?
Nathan McCormick. Stop the other thing. Wait, no. Yeah, hold on. If I remember.
I'm trying to see who you're talking about. I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. Stop the other thing. Nathan
I
McCormick.
haven't watched him. I did see stuff about him.
That's
I
my
heard good
small
things
school
about him.
guy. What?
I think he had a good combine, if I recall
Yeah,
correctly.
that good combine. I like the paint. I didn't love the paint, but it was good.
All right. So my number,
Not moving that high. Go ahead.
yeah, my number, yeah, my number 9. I'm just gonna have my centers here at the bottom. I'm like it's just the easier way for me to do this. My number, my number 1 center. So my number 2 center is Cedric Van Pryn. So my number 1 center is gonna be Zach Frazier of Missouri. So that gives
Wow.
you an
Oh my
idea of who I
lord.
do not have on my list of top 10. If people follow the draft, there's going to be a certain player that's going to piss off a lot
Wow.
of
We
people
were
off.
way differently on this one.
Adam Frazier is hands down, no question, the best center in this class. And the other guy that has not been named yet is getting way too much love for being a subpar center. I
I
don't
don't
get it.
have
I don't
him.
get.
I don't have the other guy as a center though.
We'll see. But yeah, Adam Frazier, or Zach Frazier, sorry. This dude is like, I thought you would love him.
Woo!
He's a mauler. He plays until the echo of the whistle. I think he's athletic. Some people want to disagree. I
Simon
disagree. I
cut
think,
Mike Williams.
did they?
Yep.
About time. All right. So who's your number
Yeah. Then,
9?
and Christian Mahogany.
Oh, Christian Mahogany. Yeah, I like Christian Mahogany a lot.
Yeah. No, I like this tape. I want to find all the feathers for guys lower, but I didn't do it. There's one
Yeah,
that
I know. I get it.
obviously at the top. Honestly, I got two of them
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
waiting to
top.
see where you have them. So your number 8
You
was
said
Christian
you said
Mahogany.
uh
Zach Frazier was my number 9. Or yeah, number 9, Zach
unreal.
Frazier.
I can't believe it.
Dude, I loved him. So I don't want again. You've talked about him, about your one guy. I'll get to it. I'll wait. I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to give away the eggs without and the milk and eggs without. So my number 8, this gentleman. This is my pound the table gentleman right here. This is the guy I'm standing on the table in the second round, third round, yelling, screaming. This is our guy for guard, and that's Isaiah Adams from Illinois. Isaiah Adams is like reminds me of Zach Tom. That's the best way I can say it. Isaiah Adams is Zach Tom. He's versatile. He's an amazing run blocker, pass blocker. He's nasty. Another guy that I think you'll love if you haven't watched him, who's another an interior Bergeron who just headhunts.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Nasty.
Nasty. Nasty up in there. Alright, man, I know I did not watch Isaiah Adams, but I'm gonna have to get one.
Your number 7.
Number 7. Oh, Cedric Van Plan.
Okay, so yeah, you were a little higher than him, and I have no problem with that. I do have Cedric Van Pran as a top 50 player. I really think that's what I
It's
Adam.
a SEC guy. Like
Yeah,
competitively, I love competitively.
yeah, 100%. So my number 7 is your number 8, Christian Mahogany from Boston College. Really liked him. Solid player all the way around. I don't have much more to say what you've already said. So what's your number 6, sir?
Number 6 is Christian Hayes.
Ooh, I'm
Hayes.
higher on Christian Hayes than you. Not much, but a little higher than him. So
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
Christian Hayes is from UConn, another small school kid. Played really well against tough opponents for being at the lower level D1. Christian Hayes played really well against Tennessee, played really well against Boston College, played really well against, I think it was Florida State, the other school he played. Like, he stepped up on every stage that Christian Hayes needed to against top talent to prove that he could be an NFL guard. And I really enjoyed Christian Hayes. So I like that pick. Mine.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you know this. My next pick is an alma mater of the University of Central Missouri. He graduated, so I have a little love for this gentleman from Central Missouri. He transferred to Kansas and has played a little bit of left tackle and guard for Kansas. I am taking Dominique Pooney.
Yeah, definitely. You're off the map with this one.
You don't know Dominique Pooney?
Nope.
So it's spelled differently. Dominique is
Uh-huh.
Dominick,
Okay.
and then Pooney is Puni.
P-U-N-I.
Yes, from
Good
Kansas.
name.
Yeah, he played at University of Central Missouri for 4 years. Then, because of COVID years and an injury, he then got into the portal and transferred to Kansas, and then started the last 2 years at left tackle and left guard for Kansas Jayhawks, and was the dominant force in the Big 12.
I like it. I mean, I like the pool here. You know, like I just wonder like who I like. You know, I just seen this guy and I I like both these guys on that line. And I'm talking about Clever Keegan. He's a
Who?
mauler.
Okay. Oh wow, you're really high on him from Michigan, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I have him more of a day three guy, but you're really high on him. I don't mind
I
it. I
like
mean,
his
he's a
work.
Michigan guy.
That's all.
I mean, Michigan offensive linemen are always going to get drafted and always will be good for 5 to 10 years in the NFL. It's just written in stone.
Yeah, yeah. I like I said the pedigree. I'm glad the
Yeah,
pedigree.
yeah. So my number five, sir, is your number. Make sure I got it right. Is your number six? Like I said, I wasn't too much off. Christian Haynes from UConn. Already kind of talked about him, so I won't sit here and keep continuing on Christian Haynes. I really do like his tape, and I really do like his potential.
This guy is in honestly number one. It didn't get hurt. But
Who's
Zach
that?
Zinter.
Yeah, Zach Zinter. Yeah, 100% agreed. Zach Zinter could easily be one, but I still think he's going to be drafted in the top 2 rounds. I don't think
Yeah, no, I
even the,
didn't feel that guy is that full and again pedigree, you know, that pedigree again.
and
And
luckily,
it's
go ahead.
go
Sorry.
ahead. Not go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
All I was
this
saying
guy
is,
is yeah, yeah.
all I was going to say is the injury against Ohio State was bad, but it's not as bad as we expected, and he will be ready for the NFL season.
That injury, yeah.
Yeah, like luckily it looked bad, it was bad, but like luckily somehow the right things broke, or it wasn't like
Yeah, it wasn't wrong things. Like it's not gonna be like unrepairable and he's
yeah,
not gonna be the same guy again.
yeah.
I do
So
think
my
that you got again a 10 years right guard or left guard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily a guard for the next 10 years with him. My number four, who I'm really high on, pedigree, is Landon Robinson from Alabama. I mean, this
I think
Alabama
like this
offensive
too.
line this
Yeah.
past year was just ridiculous. I mean, they made the holes left and right for those running, Jalen Milroe and I forget their running back name. He's not a running back this year, so I don't care. But he was his technique, his form, his drive, his hand, like he's strong too. Like both of these guys from Alabama, like they just grabbed you and you're just done. You're like, okay, well, how you doing? You just sit there and have a conversation while the play
All
happens because
right.
you're not fucking. But yeah, Landon Robinson. Again for these next four, I have no problem. It's 1A, one, well, two. One is my clear number one. 2, 3, and 4, I don't have a problem where you take them.
I'm taking Cooper Beebe.
Oh yeah, so I like Cooper Beebe too. He's my number two. Kansas State, for people who don't know.
Yeah, like and honestly, I don't know why everyone's so low on him. I've been reading that
No,
everyone's low on him.
most people have him as the number two interior guy, if not number one, depending on your view of a certain player who's my number one, and that was on your other list. That was the big giveaway. But my number three is your number four, Zach Zinter. I had him a little lower just because of the injuries. So, or the injury, not injuries. Um, he's gonna be ready for the NFL season. I'm excited because the Packers did interview him and did plan on bringing him in for a visit. So I like that.
Yeah, like and no the Pelicans will bring him in.
Oh yeah, you're gonna end up with 2 to 3 Michigan guys. So you just better watch all the
Yeah,
Michigan
no,
players because
no, and that's why I kind of went with the Michigan guys because this guy. I'm looking for guys in the meat of standard.
Yep. All right. So who's your number two, sir?
My number two is your number 8, 9.
Oh wow.
That Ranger.
Okay. So now I'm okay. Yeah, I know who your number one is then. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
my number two is your number
no.
three. It's gonna be Cooper Beebe. Don't need to say much more. We've already talked about Cooper Beebe from Kansas State. Solid guy, really strong. Good. He's both good in pass and run protection. Better in run than pass, but
Better
easily
than
can
run than
fix
pass.
his technique and everything. Yeah. All right. So my number one is Graham Barton, Duke offensive tackle. I'm moving him in and making him a
This is like
interior
me
offensive
when
lineman.
this is like last week when I was with the tight ends and I moved Wilson to tight end.
Yeah. Good old Johnny Wilson. Yeah. Well, a lot of people have Graham Barton as an interior guy, so it's not like I'm coming out of the
I
woodwork
like
with
the
fucking
leverage. I to me the leverage is real good. And
yeah,
you're not getting he's not getting beat by a guy that's gonna go in the top 10,
yeah.
maybe.
All right, go ahead and say it so I can talk shit.
Jackson Powers Johnson.
I don't get it. I don't get it. He's my center three. He's finesse. He's always looking for a block. He gets beat often. The dude, like I watched 4 games, and 60% of the snaps, he's just standing there, not looking for a block. He just stands there, and he's a weak blocker. He doesn't grab onto you. He kind of just like nudges you around. He's gonna get destroyed in the NFL if he plays that little. Okay, I'm gonna touch you. Uh, I'm gonna touch you.
I think that he
I'm gonna
needs to
touch.
be in like I don't know what it is, but I did like his take last year better.
I think some people are just stuck on 2022 tape and don't want to accept the 2023 tapes of some of these guys.
And he's still created from home, so
So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have upside.
I
I'm just
mean like
saying,
he's one of the main reasons that what's his name is so high on people's list. Um Button Button Irving.
oh yeah, Bucky Irving, yeah. Everybody kept saying, go watch Bucky Irving tape. I did watch Bucky Irving tape. I still don't see why everybody's obsessed because of like I don't get it. I just don't like people get. I think some like Twitter and even it's NFL scouts too that like Jackson. So, but like I just think some people overhype. That's Jackson for me. I'm not saying Jackson can't be great
And
or
then
good.
when you have him, you like him at center, you like him at
He's center. He's 100% a center. He's not gonna be a guard. He's a center. He never played anything else but center. So he's not. He's a center.
I didn't get like
No, he's a center.
when
100%.
I
He's
was
a center.
scouting him.
He's gonna be drafted in the first round as a center. That's not even a question. He is 100% a center.
Yeah. Well,
But
man tried to play it for like 10 years.
yeah, but that is our week's episode. We brought you our interior offensive linemen and our offensive tackles. Next week, we are finally switching it up, and we are bringing you the defense.
No one that eat them.
We're moving to the defense, and next week will be the defensive line with the edge rushers. So we're bringing you the down and
And I
dirty
was just
dogs. So
doing
you
the
guys
edge
can.
and I was into tackle too.
I just said defensive line and edge,
Oh my god. My bad.
but yes. So
I
tune in
stopped
next
over.
week. Yeah. So tune in next week, same time, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. to see our rankings of our
By
D
the way, that's
line.
12:30. That's 12:30
Oh, 12,
Central Time.
sorry. 12:30 Central Time. My apologies. 12:30 Central Time. So your lunch break. Tune
Boy,
in.
boy is in Kuwait.
Yes. Super dark. If people don't believe me, here's my time. This is what it looks like outside right now. Pitch black. So
Darkness. Liverpool.
darkness.
All right.
But we appreciate you listening, and y'all have a great week.
Eat blessed.
Thank you for listening to the Mocking You podcast. Yours truly, Lil B at Brunelli Sports and the Hater at Supercharged 33.